In boxing, hitting your opponent is the goal. If you can't reach and hit your opponent, how can you win? Today we'll be talking about a boxer who towers over all his opponents in the ring and whose face is untouchable. Meet Sebastian Fundora, who stands at 6 feet, 6 inches. Sebastian Fundora has gained a lot of success from the media lately, and rightfully so. The 6 foot 6 inch boxer, weighing 152 pounds, has shocked the boxing world, not only with his skills and attributes, but with his unique dimensional features that give him something entirely different in the ring. With his height advantage giving him a far reach, which helps him keep his opponents at a distance, Fundora has secured 21 professional victories, with 13 of them by way of knockout. The American now goes by the alias, the Towering Inferno. Let's go deeper into the Towering Inferno. Sebastian Alexander Fundora was born on December 28, 1997 in California, to his Cuban father and Mexican mother. Fundora grew up in a full house with 5 other siblings. It can be said that Sebastian Fundora wouldn't be a professional boxer today if not for his father. His father, a former professional boxer and sports enthusiast, instilled a love of sport in all his children. Just at the age of 8, Fundora began to train in boxing. Fundora's towering height has set him apart from his peers and has always been a topic of conversation. In an interview, the young boxer spoke about his height, saying he considered it an advantage. He stated, "My height is my strength. It's what sets me apart and gives me an advantage in the ring." He went on to emphasize how what makes one different is their advantage. After years of training and dreams of becoming a professional boxer, in September 2016, at the age of 18, Fundora made his boxing debut as a professional. Fundora fought against Jose Cardenas, whom he easily dispatched in the first round by knockout. It was a dream start for Fundora, and it opened a lot of eyes to his potential. Hungry for more and thrilled by the experience of his first win, the following year was productive and successful. Fundora fought 7 fights in 2017 and won them all convincingly. His reputation only grew, and he began gaining respect in the light middleweight category. In August 2019, Fundora was set to face Jamante Clark for the vacant WBC Youth welterweight title. Fundora went into the bout with an impeccable record of 13 wins and no losses. The fight was extremely competitive and saw both parties go at each other, showing their capabilities. This fight would not destroy Fundora's impeccable record, but it would bring him no win either, as the bout ended in a tie. A pivotal moment for the Americans came in April 2022. Fundora was to fight Erickson Lubin. It was a big fight at the Virgin Hotel Las Vegas. The match was a competitive one as it went round after round. The 7th round saw Fundora knocked to the ground. Many thought the tide would turn in favor of Lubin, and he would see the fight through after sending Fundora to the ground. But the majority thought the opposite as the next round commenced. It was like a beast awoke in Fundora. Lubin suffered henceforth in the fight. The damage became so great that Lubin's team called for the fight to stop in the 9th round. The next match for Fundora was his first title defense against Carlos Ocampo. The fight was in Fundora's hometown of California. Fundora used the advantage of his reach as he kept Ocampo at a distance, hitting him with jabs, uppercuts, and straight punches. As the fight went on, Ocampo closed the gap between them, getting in good punches as he limited Fundora's reach. As the fight went on, Fundora began to regain control, boxing Ocampo around the ring. In the 11th round, Fundora sent a barrage of punches Ocampo's way, which saw him fall to the ground. That wasn't enough to knock his opponent out, as Ocampo remained resilient, getting up from the mat. But that wasn't enough. Ocampo and Fundora's dominance was evident throughout the fight. This saw Fundora win on a unanimous decision by the judges. This win bolstered Fundora's reputation and rank in his weight class. Brimming with confidence and form, Fundora's next opponent was Brian Mendoza in April 2023. This was a huge test for Fundora, as Mendoza was known for his knockout punches and aggressiveness. Indeed, Mendoza's qualities were a big problem for Fundora. Fundora found it difficult to set the tempo of the bout. And in the 7th round, Mendoza landed a huge combination of a jab and a left hook, which saw Fundora plummet to the mat. This saw the end of his WBC welterweight title. Just this year, Fundora fought the biggest fight of his career against Tim Tszyu. The WBO and WBC middleweight titles were both up for grabs for Fundora. The fight was held at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The second round brought some controversy to the fight as Fundora accidentally hit his elbow on Tszyu's head, which caused a deep cut to the boxer's head. The referee didn't deem it an issue, and so the fight went on. It became a bloody fight. Many thought the cut would be of huge disadvantage to Tszyu, as it impaired his visibility with blood pouring down his face, but that didn't prove to be the case. Tszyu was resilient and competitive. Tszyu landed good punches in the early rounds, but it wasn't enough to take down the Americans. Fundora's use of his reach and frequent use of effective jabs saw him dominate the bout. As the fight progressed, Fundora's advantage increased as he kept Tszyu at bay. Fundora secured the win on 2 judges' decisions, 116, 112, and 115, 113 for Fundora, with one judge 116, 112 in favor of Tszyu. Fundora became the WBC and WBO junior welterweight champions. His win against Tszyu was seen as an upset, but now it has also given Fundora the respect he deserves in the ring. This is a star, and there's more to come from him. Fundora has won 13 of his 21 wins by knockout, and now we'll be showing you some of those impressive knockouts the American has attained. On June 21st, back in 2019, Fundora faced Hector Manuel Zepeda. Fundora approached this fight strategically and aggressively. Keeping his smaller opponent Zepeda at a distance to reduce attacks on himself, Fundora maximized the advantage of his long arms and reach to send quick, powerful jabs the way of his opponent. Fundora kept his adversary on his toes as he boxed him around the ring. Zepeda struggled in the fight to land anything other than body shots, as he couldn't reach Fundora's face due to the height difference and space between them. As the fight went on, Fundora increased the pressure and intensity on his opponent, sending powerful combinations the way of his opponent, who could hardly defend himself. This often forced Zepeda into the corner, which he found difficult to get out of. Fundora's powerful combination hurt Zepeda. The intensity was so high for Zepeda that after the 4th round, he could go no further. This was an impressive knockout for Fundora. On May 1st, 2021, Fundora faced the Mexican boxer Jorge Cota. The winner would become the mandatory challenger for the WBO light middleweight title. From the ring of the bell, Fundora charged and dominated using his height and reach advantage. Fundora became aggressive, stopping Cota from getting any sense of stability and composure. Cota was being pounced on. The Mexican could establish no rhythm whatsoever. In the 4th round, a series of combinations and powerful punches forced the referee to stop the fight, giving the win to Fundora by technical knockout. Cota's face was severely bruised after the fight. In August 2020, Sebastian Fundora fought against Nathaniel Gallimore. This was a tricky fight coming into it for Fundora. Gallimore was thoroughly experienced and known for having significant endurance. Gallimore could certainly take a punch. Knowing his opponent, Fundora approached the fight cautiously. But Fundora wasn't the only one who had studied his opponent. Gallimore, knowing Fundora's advantage of his height and reach, often closed the distance between them, landing hard body shots. But Fundora wasn't fazed by the obstacle. The Americans adapted to the tactics employed by Gallimore and began landing good punches from the inside. Things became significantly better for Fundora in the second half, as Gallimore had lost a bit of his strength with the tactics he employed earlier on. Fundora's stamina has proved essential now. Fundora began to send a barrage of blows the way of Gallimore. There was no breathing space for Gallimore, as he was getting battered. At a point, it became a one-sided affair, as Gallimore was entirely helpless in the ring. In the middle of the 6th round, the referee intervened. Fundora was declared the winner by knockout. Currently the WBO and WBC champion, he is regarded as one of the best in his division, and there's a lot more to see from the star. Thanks for watching our video today. If you liked the video, please subscribe for the hottest boxing content out here. We have more boxing videos coming your way, so be on the lookout.